It's apparently really close to the end of the game, and from what I heard from somebody else who was playing this game, it's not another tower. So this might be a really short stream. We'll see though, we'll see how it goes. I don't remember if they've already patched in the New Game Plus yet. But if it is, I will be playing that on my off time, because I want to see how that is. There's apparently new weapons, and some of the enemies get upgraded. Like the skeletons in the jail tower get armor. Are a little bit tougher. Okay, so latest one we got was right here. What happened last stream? We did another tower, fought a spider demon, a Tsuchigumo. We fought Quelaag, essentially. Oh no, we finished the water temple a while ago. We fought the Nue Peppo, went to his second tower, found a priest, who, he sells talismans. He sounds weird. I don't know why he sounds like that. But he sells a lot of, he sells talismans for free. This would have been really helpful early on. Actually buy some of these. Because we've just been using recall. I haven't really been using a lot of these. I probably should use these more often. Save on the sake use. Oh, that'd be good for boss fights. I gotta remember that one. Right. Oh, we also cleansed the, I forget his name, Mr. X. We cleansed that demon. We returned the Buddha statue to the shrine, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Got a better sword. Still got samurai armor on. Let's go ahead and combine some stuff. Wish I could do this multiple times, like through the menu. How do we max out on that? No. Alright, so I'm pretty sure all that's left is the Demon King. Make sure we're stocked up on bullets here, bullets and arrows. So we might as well just go ahead and spend all of our gold. Do I not have any? I don't think I do. Oh, alright. Might as well stock up. I could buy some ritual ins. No, I don't have enough money for that. Alright, so it should just be a straight shot to the Demon King, right? Alright, let's get the sword out. Okay. So I think it was... which way was it? I think it's like this way. Or wait, no, this is the other way. I think it was this way, yeah. Still curious to see what was in the gatehouse. like at the very start of the game, or if that's just like a little, I don't know, like storytelling area. There's like not really anything in there. This should be it. What's the game volume? Is it too loud for you guys? It's kind of peaking a little bit, from what I can see. Or like a little bit. Alright, here we go. Oh, did I accidentally pick up the other coin? Oh, whoops. Oh, no, no. Stop picking up the coin, please. Get any sick drip like the hair? Like what? Oh, like the noble's clothes. We got a monk basket. Which I thought was going to be used for like a boss fight, since it's like a special looking armor, but no, we just got this. We just got a monk's helmet. That's about it. So I've been like thinking about like the story of the game, and I think I have a theory. I think we actually are in like the hells. Huh. Let's go. Tower of no interval. Oh, he's back. Let's see. Hello? Oh shit, he's running at me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh. Oh, he's not just walking, he's actually like dead on sprinting at me. Oh shit. He's right behind, or he's right behind me, isn't he? Oh no. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh god, how long is this tower? The kabuki music is popping off. Holy shit. Oh my god. Quiet down up there. Stop playing that music. Stop. I'm gonna assume he's still down there. Let's not fuck around with it. Let's just keep going. Oh my god, how what the fuck? Oh, it's like the weird voice synthesizer thing they use. It's doing like mantras. Oh, this is creepy. That's so cool. God damn. Oh, that's cool dynamic music. They just really wanted you to hear that track. Oh, yeah, of course they were gonna give us all the equipment before the boss fight. Right as I get there, yeah. It's an old scroll containing a description of one of the 8 great hells, Hell of Repetition. A hell for those who have destroyed life in any form. Sinners here are full of rage and hatred. They seek each other out and tear each other apart using tooth and nail, pulling out eyes and ripping flesh until bone is exposed. Afterwards, the wardens of this hell come and use great iron rods to beat the sinners until they are nothing but piles of broken bones and mangled flesh. Thereafter, a chilling wind will blow through the realm, while a voice from the sky cries out, "Revive, revive." The sinners will be restored to their former shape to begin the torture again. I haven't died yet in this game. I'm curious. I think I know where we are. Let's get stamina. What does it say? Yeah, no interval. Okay. Alright, let's get the gun out. I think I know where we're at. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a shrine? No. At least you can still use mark and recall. We heard Kabuki. Is this a Kabuki stage? Oh, yeah, there's the Oni mask, yeah. You made it here. It's been a long time since anyone has. There was once a time where many a mortal would stand where you are now, but now, well, few ever find their way here. Not in this age, anyway. Now you stand before me. What will you do, little pup? You still carry that blade, the other half still embedded in your master. You hope to cut me down with it a second time. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, we're one of the wardens, that's why we had the coin. So we were not an Ashigaru, we're like another demon. Or do you wish to submit and offer your body to me? No, you seek violence. I can see it in your eyes. Well, I think we've spoken enough. Let us begin. Oh shit. Oh, damn. Okay, he actually hits pretty hard. Sword. I'm not using a fucking sword. Oh, out of ammo. I'm actually curious. Hold on, let's actually die here. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Alright. Dude, the Tanegashima is so good. That's like... maybe it's a little too good. Well, it does cost a lot of money. Oh, maybe it is too good. Do you have new dialogue after this? Oh, it doesn't go to the cutscene? Yeah. You've returned. Well, it's your decision. Oh, I used up all the ammo. It's not persistent. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we can block the arrows. Okay, so you can't block bullets, but you can block the arrow. Okay, yeah. Oh, out of ammo. What talismans? Oh yeah. Hold on, Error of Hachiman. Oh, it's just a little shock. That's actually pretty good. Damn! Oh my god. Okay, so he just hits really hard. There we go. He just rolls away. Whoa. Is this the cave from the start? Revenge. Track down the Demon King and end its life. This looks like the water from the end of DMC3. Is there anything down here? No. No secrets. Okay, so we were one of the wardens, and I guess... Are we related to... any of the notes here? Oh yeah, like, it's kind of weird. The statues didn't ever come back for anything. It's been nearly a year since Clan Takeda fell. So is either we were the lord of this castle and the Demon King was the boy, or the lord of the castle already was the Demon King and we were the boy. Either one of those, I wonder. I've been sent to this province. He's imprisoned countless people. He has a strange fascination with this place and almost seems like he dreams of making it his own. I don't know who we're supposed to be. Aside from being one of the wardens, if we were even human at one point. Oh, there's a shrine. Oh. Huh. It's washing away castle. Let's see how we're leaving the hells. Being reincarnated, maybe? Oh, there's the Butsudon. Oh, and there he is, yeah, okay. So we broke the cycle. This is actual, like, live-action footage, too, huh? We woke up and reincarnated, I guess? Removed Daifuku. Did great. Oh, voice acting. Oh, so it's not a voice synthesizer. They actually recorded some guy and just, like, really distorted his voice. Huh. I feel like I'm gonna have to replay the game to kind of get the story again now that I know what I know. Yeah, 'cause I want to figure out like who we are now then. Does it kick you immediately into New Game Plus, I wonder? Or have they updated it yet? Oh. Have they updated it? Let's see. No, it has not come out yet. Is there like any kind of... I wonder if we can find any... any like videos covering it. Let's see. There's a couple, yeah. You guys want to just like sit there and watch a video, kind of going over the story since it's only been like a 20-minute stream? Do you guys want to do that? Let's do that. Let's see if this one is good. All right. Let's see.
They say that once you enter the Labyrinth of the Demon King...
We're doing React content now, let's go!
Leave. In Labyrinth of the Demon King, you must descend into the lair of the eponymous demon to take revenge for your fallen lord. What follows is a waking nightmare, a tour of the Japanese Buddhist hells and the unrelenting torments that lie within. It isn't for the faint of
That guy
heart.
never comes back.
If you
The
enjoy
little
survival
like
horror,
cave,
Japanese
the
mythology,
little cave guy.
just
He never
good
comes back
games,
either.
then you must play it.
Uh,
Japanese religion has long been a syncretism of the native Shinto beliefs and foreign Buddhism, perhaps best shown by the Oni, otherwise known as a demon. Originally, the Oni was a mountain bandit monster who fed on human flesh, but
Yep.
with the spread of Buddhist beliefs,
Became
the
like
Oni became a
wardens.
denizen of hell,
Yep.
punishing the sinners for countless years to exhaust their negative karma, so they could be reborn. So what does it mean for a demon king to have a labyrinth? In an age where a demon is both a bloodthirsty bandit and a tool of divine punishment, is it even possible to fight such a being? If its mission is divinely sanctioned, everything must end eventually. Pick up your sword,
So I think
enter the castle.
I think it's got the game is kind of implying that this is during the like an alternate version of like the Sengoku era, where like the war has kind of caused like a sort of almost end times. Because he was saying in his fight that like before like many mortals used to like make it to him, but I guess like hell is literally overcrowded at this point, and it's like the game mentions it's like the final age of the Dharma, so maybe it's kind of like a
And descend.
like an end world, like a Shinto version of like the end of times almost. I'm also kind of curious how the armor is actually, because there's a lot of stuff that's like kind of hidden from you. It's like the weapons. It kind of like weapons tell you damage and everything, but like armor doesn't get its own stats in game. Kind of curious how that like works into everything.
The world has entered the latter age of the Dharma. Society is crumbling. War has spread throughout the country. Disease and famine have killed thousands, and demons walk the very earth itself. You are an Ashigami, a foot soldier in the service of Lord Takeda Nobumitsu.
What actually is the Dharma? Like, I feel like I'm slightly familiar with it.
Your lord led his army into an ambush.
Hinduism Dharma denotes behavior that is considered to be in accord with Rata, the ordering custom that makes life and the universe possible. This includes duties, rights, laws, conduct, virtues, and the right way of living according to the stage of life or social position. Okay, so yeah, it straight up is like a Shinto Buddhist end times that's happening.
All perished, except for you. Against your wishes, your lord sacrificed his life to aid your escape from your You have made a vow to track down the demon who betrayed your lord and end its life. Following rumors of an entrance to the demon's stronghold, you find yourself standing on a lonely road, deep in some long, forgotten forest. You take what could possibly be your final breaths on this mortal plane, and prepare yourself to enter the Labyrinth of the Demon King.
He said it, he said it.
Your only belongings are the armor on your back, a broken katana, some money, and a wooden coin with 3 blue arrows painted on it.
Can you actually
Walking
see
down
the other
path
end of
in
the
misty
katana sticking
forest,
out of the Demon
you come to a
King
cave in
on
the
his
wood
model?
face.
I
A torii
it's
gate
hard to get
marks
a
that you're
close
about
look
to
at
enter a sacred
look at it
space.
during combat, and like the
There's noises. up
kind of
ahead.
CRT fuzz kind of makes it hard to notice.
Lit from the torch of the corpse is eating, you see a nightmarish figure hanging from the roof of the cave above.
But what is he? He's just the cave guy. He's just a little cave guy.
spots you, but thankfully decides to leave with its meal.
He
It looks
just runs
like
away.
a Nure Honor, a snake-like yokai that feeds on human flesh. You pick up the
Nure
torch it
yokai.
dropped and continue downwards into the darkness, trying to ignore the noises. There's an underground river here, and a bucket on a rope stretching up into the light above. It's a well. You must be below the demon's lair now. You climb up.
What did he say it was?
Noises. There's an Nure Honor, a snake-like
Nure
yokai
Honor.
that feeds on human flesh. You pick up the torch it dropped and continue downwards into the darkness. trying
Oh,
to
this
ignore the
thing.
noises.
Yeah,
There's an
yeah,
underground
the
river
snake
here
with like a
and
woman's
a
head.
bucket on a rope stretching up into the light above. It's a well. You must be below the demon's lair now. You climb up. Inside the castle walls, there isn't a soul around. The rain's pouring down and you hurry into a gatehouse.
Oh, this is the yokai I was thinking of during the other boss fight. So it's what was it? Yeah. The Nuri Ana is a mysterious water being used by Ushi Oni, and would appear by the sea and hand over a baby it is hugging to someone would, and then return to the sea, whereupon the Ushi Oni would appear. The person who was requested to hold the baby would usually then try to throw the baby and run away, but by then the baby would have turned into a heavy stone that would not separate. So it's like bound to you. That's the one I was thinking of, where it was like, where I was talking about. There's a lot of like cultures where there's like a like a baby monster that like somehow attaches itself to you and can't leave. Therefore, it is said if one is asked to hug a baby, one ought to do so only after putting on gloves and then fleeing. One ought to toss everything, including the gloves. She's a monstrous being powerful enough to crush trees with her tail and feeds on humans. Carries with her a small childlike bundle, which she uses to attract potential victims. If a well-intentioned person offers to hold the baby for her, the Nure Ana will let them. If they attempt to discard the bundle, however, it is revealed that it is not a child at all. Instead, the bundle becomes incredibly heavy and prevents the victim from fleeing. She then uses her long snake-like tongue to suck out all the blood from her victim's body. In other stories, Nuri Ana is simply seeking solitude as she washes her hair and reacts violently to those who bother her.
Empty, apart from a bloodstain on the ground.
Huh.
There's a rusty katana stuck on the wall, and a journal. A starving soldier of this castle
Oh
was
yeah, the
trying to
gatehouse.
escape, but in his hunger, he didn't have the strength to do so. There is no hope for anyone who reads this.
Please tell me there's
He
something
says.
in here
Well,
other than like the rusty katana.
is better than half of one, so you take it for now. The
Ah.
only sound you hear is the rain as you continue forth.
Wait, I thought you get the rusty katana in the well. Oh, do you get it early if you get? Oh, you get it early if you run to the gatehouse at the start. Oh, okay. It's just like an early weapon. Okay, so you're not expected to go through. Well, like you don't have to go through the
She
entire
wasn't
first
expected
tower
to
with
see
like the
anyone,
broken katana.
let alone a real human here. You tell her your mission. Another one, she says. Many souls venture here for revenge, but none ever return. She can't help you. The consequences would be dire for a servant like her if anyone found out she did, but she does give you a little information. 3 of the towers of the castle are guarded by a warden, and the path to the Demon King is only unlocked once you shoulder their burdens. You press onwards. At the end of a winding path, you find the door to the first tower. The Tower of Repetition.
And the last note we got
tower
was the hell of
priest walking
repetition.
away from you, behind a door locked with a strange mechanism. The next thing is a twisted human beating another to death.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, we are in the hell of repetition. So I guess we were just like sent here because we rebelled against the Demon King, because it's life of any kind. Which I guess is kind of odd. It's like you get sent there even for like killing an Oni or trying to kill one.
It sets its sights on you. You're a skilled warrior, but the horror you've already seen has unnerved you, and it's a tough fight. But soon, your rusty katana slices the thing's head off. You examine the body of the other person it fought, and there's a white gem disc stuck into its head. It looks like it fits into the strange lock on that door. You explore the dark and rotten corridors of this place, defending yourself against the seemingly endless enemies lurking in the darkness. They're not really people, though. Are they twisted by dark magics, or are they already
Amaterasu's
They
chosen.
resemble the praetors,
Amaterasu's top
starving
guy.
ghosts that live in a hell realm, being eternally tormented, unable to sate their hunger and thirst. You stumble into the kitchens and dispatch a praetor banging on the pantry door. There's someone trapped behind it, and he tells you to find the key, currently
Our
being held
boy.
by a cat.
That's our
You find her on the
boy.
first floor, slicing pieces off a still living praetor to turn into soup. The cat's surprisingly helpful. Well, for this place. She tells you about the funny lock on the door, that you need to find 4 gemstones that are hidden around the tower. She also has some things for sale, and she'll
So I
even give
guess
you the key
the
for pantry
tutorial
if
is
you
like
get something for her. She wants the statue from the Butsudan.
is during one of
What's a Butsudan, you
our
ask?
reincarnations,
Well,
I
you
guess.
should
Like we
know if
once
you grew
we've
up in a
died, she
good
was trying to
Buddhist
carry us
household.
away.
It's a family shrine.
It's like
to
one
the
of the
Buddha.
failed
Never mind that
like
you
attempts
turned
of
a note
climbing the
earlier
tower.
saying you should, under no circumstances, disrespect the Butsudan. You find the shrine.
And I guess
and
the
take
screen,
the
the end
statue.
screen, is
What
kind of just like a
happens?
fast forward.
Well, she trays you for the key.
Because what I'm assuming happens is like, you know, when we die in the Demon King's boss fight, is like we go through like the entire game all over again, but it's just like what we see is like a fast forward version of that. So we don't actually have
and
to
you
do
free
it.
the person from the
Because that would
pantry.
be a little
It's not a person, it's a kappa. You probably should have seen that
a
coming.
little frustrating.
He's a blacksmith, and he'll take a look at your broken katana for you. If you bring him another katana to repair it, something a little less rusty than the one you have. He's also apparently in a relationship with the cat. Best not think about that one. You explore the first floor more and find the key to the locked door next to the Butsudan, the only place left to go. The shrine rumbles as you approach. Shadows ooze out of it, and something emerges. It's a Nuri Batoke. Its eyes swing, loose from their sockets, and it screams in rage.
There he is.
The monster's very presence is rotting away at your soul, and your attacks barely even slow it down. The only consolation is that you're faster than it, but this place is a maze, and before long, you get stuck in a dead end. In its rage, it
You'd be
beats
tripping
you
and
to death.
falling over a bunch of stuff. Tomar Neko Jaxi. Death. Oh. Okay, so it happens every time you die. Yeah, you get
You awaken
revive.
at a shrine in the entrance to the tower.
Uh,
The memory of the pain is still fresh in your mind, but you're not physically hurt. You even have all your belongings still. The Demon King's magic must be keeping you alive to prolong his twisted game. You can't count on that happening again, though, and regardless, dying still hurts a lot. Better not do it again.
mods send that
You
bot to the
run
hell of
past the
repetition.
unkillable monster and into the basement.
Mods have him
There's
beaten by
5 massive
Petras.
pillars here, supporting the castle above. When the central pillar was erected, the princess volunteered herself as a human sacrifice to ensure
Why,
it stood.
why are there
A
slots for
practice called
statues in
Hidden
this if you
Shura.
never come back
The
to
4
it?
pillars around it represent the 4 heavenly kings, deities of Buddhism, protecting the princess.
I'm so
You
curious.
stumble upon the base of the central pillar, deep in a cave, and the princess is still there. Holding
Oh, that's the
gem.
princess?
Not even this supposedly sacred space is safe from the king's games, it seems.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to
Upstairs,
be
you find your
a
first real
mummified
puzzle.
monk.
A small square room with 5 still living people bound and hanging, their feet just grazing the platform beneath them, allowing
Maybe
them
it
to
was
still
cut
breathe.
content.
One of the gems hangs in the center above a pit surrounded by bars, just out of reach. There's a note on the bars, a poem.
Very
King's
Silent
Call.
Hill room.
It tells of 4 people who were brought before the king. A mother whose son had his eyes and tongue ripped out. A farmer she says committed the act. And a young lord the farmer accused. The young lord admits to loving the boy who didn't love him back, and he paid the mother so she would aid him. Well, whoever committed the horrible act, the king didn't care, and sentenced them all to death. Rotating the platforms in the correct order, all those who are hanged jerk up into the air, finally finishing the deed. The gem lowers into the darkness below. Following the path, you find it in a waterlogged room on the level below, which opens up a hidden path to the kitchen.
Which took me so long to find because I couldn't see the door texture in
You're
the
lost
staircase
in the
next
winding
to
and
it.
dark corridors. You find scrolls from the people who were here before the Demon King came, and some from after. After your lord fell, the Takeda castle was left abandoned for a year. Has it really been so long? The lord is too busy spending time in his chambers with a young boy. The laws and morals of the era didn't prevent such relationships, but his subordinates obviously preferred he spent his time more productively. It seems this place is infested with lesser yokai too, ones that have been twisted
Lord
by the
keeps
demon's
gooning.
magic. You don't have to just contend with the praetor, but worse. You stumble upon the cat
Fucking
again. She's staring at a
Epstein's
wall
castle.
and tells you to look closely.
Over here, Jesus.
Oh, it's a secret passage. The Demon King's magic has twisted and corrupted the castle, and there's plenty of treasure and secrets hidden here, the cat helpfully says. Well, why not? You follow the path into another small box of a room. It seems like a puzzle. There's a lute with no strings in the center, and a person crying in front of it.
What do the
There's
characters say?
plaques surrounding the lute, which read Tokatsu Jigoku, meaning the Buddhist hell of repetition. You can just carefully grab the lute and leave. It's an old Mosubiwa, a 4-string lute used by blind Buddhist monks.
To scrub the
lute
list of
is a
visitors.
symbol of one of the 4
I have the
heavenly
Takeda list.
Jiko Kuten. With his music, he converted and protected people. Maybe it's not worth thinking about what a stringless lute represents here, in this apparent hell of repetition.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Shrine with a table for offerings for this guardian of the East, and, naturally, putting the biwa here opens up a secret path.
Him not having the strings on his lute, being a guardian, his protection is no longer here.
Is an ibume. The ibume is normally the ghost of a woman who died shortly before or after childbirth, sometimes with her child. She's so desperate to have someone care for her child that she returns from the dead, but this one has been corrupted. She's fiercely protective and immediately attacks you when
Further
she sees
corrupted
you.
ghost.
The horrid creature's filthy claws poison you with every strike. As you keep cutting, it begins to flail, lashing out with its child, but eventually your sword wins out. It falls, dropping its precious package. It's not a child, but a statue, one that looks familiar.
It's a rock.
Before you can react, a giant rodent rushes out of the darkness and snatches it up, leaving the ibume to die alone.
Okay, bye.
You collect its burden, a wooden coin, similar to the one you already have, but with a red chrysanthemum painted on it. The creature also had a key to the armory behind it, where you find the last gemstone, some other useful loot, and a set of samurai armor. It looks familiar somehow. Now, you have all the gems, and you can leave this place. Recalling the position of the pillars in the basement, you align
It's probably
the
supposed to
gems and the
resemble a
door
Clan
swings
Takeda
open. In the walkway outside,
armor,
there's a sign,
because it's like,
forward
the
to
same colors
bathhouse,
as like
or
the
you can go to the
Takeda
tea
house
the
banner.
cat merchant mentioned. The cat was relatively trustworthy, and she had some useful items to sell, so you go there first. There isn't a tea house
Skaven
in
have
the
even
courtyard,
infiltrated the Buddhist
but
hells.
you do see a hole dug into the ground. It's just big enough for you to squeeze through. Well,
Crazy, it's
you found the
even
tea
in
house.
there.
The cat's even here, behind the counter, and she's ready to sell you all kinds of useful things. The kappa is here too, in an outbuilding. Something's been on your mind since you met the cat. Is she really a Nekomata? The Nekomata are a malicious cat yokai that have 2 tails, and they feed on the dead.
She's an offshoot
They're known for
of
having
the
a general
Nekomata.
dislike of people, transforming themselves to manipulate humans and even eat them, or turn them into ramen, as it were. But there's a variant of the Nekomata called the Kasha. The Kasha has a specific job. It takes sinners
carry
down to hell
bodies.
and, interestingly, has a unique connection to the Kappa that general Nekomata don't have. That might explain our cat's relationship with the blacksmith. Speaking of, he did say he could repair our katana if we brought him something better than a rusty hunk of junk, and it turns out the cat has a fancy katana for sale. You may as well have some tea while you wait for him to finish his work.
Oh yeah, what does it do if you buy like the katana she has and then immediately repair it?
It doesn't take him long, but the Kappa reforged your katana into a brilliant new blade, the Chrysanthemum blade, your old sword. Many have felt its sting. The Chrysanthemum was the mark of the imperial family, and as such, only samurai of high rank or nobles could wield such a blade. You enter the Tower of Lamentation.
Oh, so it's just like a base version of what I got.
Kyokan
Like
Jigoku,
it doesn't have
a hell
the
of Lamentation,
the
is where
blade
murderers,
aspect on it.
thieves, lechers, and alcoholics are thrown into boiling pots or iron chambers and roasted by demons. It's appropriate for a bathhouse, then. Some of the baths here are in their own rooms. Some are in the massive main room, and every bath is assigned one of a set of colours. Naturally, there are valves that control the flow of water, and you can drain one colour of bath at a time. The main enemies here, apart from the twisted sinners, are the Akaname. They're disgusting creatures that live off filth, particularly from bathhouses, and usually run away
the
like
Yamato
cockroaches
clan.
when bothered. The ones found here, though, are very aggressive and spit filth, thanks to the Demon King's magic. You find a note from somebody researching yokai in this castle, one that suggests there's a new Peppo nearby. It's a massive mound of flesh that feeds off the fat of the dead, and, legends say, if
The
you
little
manage to slay
guy,
it
the
and
little
eat its body,
fast guy.
you gain eternal life. But the note
Which,
says there's
do you know Samuel
need for
actually
that
has a
gift
video on the
in
new
this
Peppo? He used to do
Could that
yokai videos,
The
which
parts
I wish he
require
kept
wheels
up
to turn
with.
their vowels, and
It's on
you
like
find
his
the
second or
first one.
third channel.
It's yellow with the symbol for human carved into it. There's nothing in the yellow baths though, so you go upstairs.
I'll have to post that whenever we're
It's a
done.
filthy,
Or if we have enough
dark
time, we can watch that
nightmare.
also.
Somehow even more disgusting than the bars below, infested with knife-wielding
He used to do a
rat
lot of stuff. He used
You
to like
slay an
experiment
economy
around
at
with like a
opening
lot of
the door
different
of the kitchen
videos.
and find the servant woman hiding there. She thanks you, and since she also heard you slew the first warden, she wants to help. Maybe you can defeat the Demon King. She gives you a talisman to teleport safely to the tea house and another water wheel, then leaves. The water wheel is brown, with a symbol for Praetor carved on top. Ah,
Oh,
the wheels
okay.
are following the 6 realms. Diva, the realm of the gods. Azura, the demigods. Humans, animal, the realm which is the neutral state being driven by instinct. The Praetor realm. And finally, Naraka, hell. The Praetor realm is home to the Praetor, hungry ghosts with large stomachs and tiny mouths, the ones we've seen here. Naraka is where the layers of hell and the sinners therein reside. The hell of lamentation, the hell of repetition. Are we in the hells right now?
Yep.
Looping around the bathhouse, you
Yes.
find the formal outfit. It feels familiar, like you've worn this before. You work your way through different baths and
okay,
wheels,
so
eventually
that-
getting the wheel for
That makes me believe that we were the Lord of the Castle, not the boy. So maybe the boy was like the Demon King in disguise. Because I think Oni in some stories like are able to like kind of shapeshift and like shapeshift into different things to kind of like play tricks on people almost. In some stories, like obviously like later, like this is like way after they were bandit, kind of like the bandit demons. This is like later stories,
the
I
black
think.
baths. It's marked with Naraka, hell.
So I think we actually might be the lord of the original of this castle, and this whole castle is just like dragged
Upstairs
down to
is the
hell.
final bath, the Lord's private bath, that leads to the guardian of this area.
Ugh.
You crawl through the disgusting drain pipe and enter a room filled with pulsating flesh. A mound of it stands up, the new Peppo.
Funny little guy. Thankfully, he's not as fast as he is in the stories. He just looks so goofy though. He's just like a little fat guy. As in, he's just made completely out of fat. There he is, look at him. Me
Its
son.
foul odor chokes you as it tries to skewer you with its needle-like proboscis. Your blunt weapons just bounce off its skin, but your katana makes short work of the creature. Before long, you defeat it, and it explodes into a shower of gore.
Sentient
One final,
fatberg.
disgusting insult. You wipe yourself off, take its burden, and head to the next tower. The stench of death almost overwhelms you the moment you step inside. This tower is named for the Hell of Crushing Assembly, where murderers, thieves, and adulterers are assembled together and massacred, pulverized into jelly by 2 great rocks crushing them. Some are thrown
Into
to a forest
jelly.
of trees with razor-sharp leaves, and are compelled to climb up and down the trees by visions of beautiful people. Demons and beasts.
If I
eat
saw
their
this
entrails and
Ashigaru in
pound
my
their souls
hell,
into
I would
mush.
turn him into a
This tower
small
seems
brown
to be a prison
stain.
filled with Gaikotsu, the animated bones of the dead. You found a research note about them earlier. There's a lot of Gaikotsu here, probably victims of the previous owner, but not victims of the Demon King. Whoever owned this place previously must have been particularly cruel then.
Peanut butter and
Thin
cinnamon
path
jelly
winds its way
sandwich.
through the cells, Gaikotsu and other things lurking in the darkness, but you make your way to the central room. Immediately upon opening the door, you see a terrifying sight. Webs
Spider.
stretched across the entire room, with what looks like human bodies wrapped up in the silk. Alerted by your presence, the monster in this lair steps out of its hole.
Quite log. So I was thinking a little bit for a while, like why the other people are like
It's
stuck
a
in the
Tsukiguma,
hells.
a giant spider yokai that usually hides.
And I
underneath
think the priest is like actually just down here for
of
being a
mass
drunkard.
death in this tower.
It's just kind
It
of
attacks
funny.
with its legs and razor-sharp jaws and almost rips you to shreds, but you just barely prevail.
Because he
One of
does
the kings
mention,
is still
he does
with him.
mention like when you
can
ask like
open
why are
it,
you
the
selling
priest
these
walks out.
talisman, he's like,
So
well,
that's
it's
where he
drink is
He says that
expensive
he
or
came to
something.
this realm to heal the blight, but his mind is addled by the Demon King's magic, preventing him from doing much. You ask if the Tsukiguma was the tower's warden, but no, it's just some vermin. The real warden is much worse. The
It's just a
original
spider,
warden of
dude.
this prison tower
Come on.
has since been transformed into a monster. He was cruel before, tormenting the prisoners with strange rituals, but now he roams the halls of this tower, searching for something. With that, the priest gives you some talismans and leaves for the tea house. Well, now you have access to the main stairs, you can explore this place properly. On the next floor, a long smear of blood oozes and drips down to the shaft below. The path it came from opens into a kind of hall, with a raised platform in the middle surrounded by mats. There's an inscription on the post here. This must be the ritual the priest told you about. You explore the halls of this nightmare prison, corridors filled with the bare bones of prisoners, ghosts of
Oh, okay,
murdered
so
holy men.
yeah, that's what I was
Possibly
gonna say.
large
They're
rooms filled with
ghosts.
cages
That's why they
stretching
keep
into the
coming up.
darkness. You find a journal left
The
by a
Silent
monk
Hill
who was
2
imprisoned here.
Hangman's Room. Yeah,
He
this
and
is a
many
really
others
cool
before
room.
him
It was a
had to
really nice
find out
reference
what
to
was
see
wrong with
this.
the castle, but the Mad Lord imprisoned him. The Lord had imprisoned at least 100 civilians in the basement of this tower alone. The boy the Lord was enamored with. There were rumors that he was a demon and wanted to make the castle his own. The monk asked whoever finds these notes to bring them to the shogun at Edo, but that doesn't make
Okay, so yeah,
sense.
the boy
The
is
shogunate of
definitely the
Edo
Demon
was
King.
established more than a decade after the Takeda clan had fallen. On the top floor of the tower, you find a single room.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it was like, why would you bring it to Edo? Yeah, because it's not the capital yet. If it's like during the Sengoku era. Oh.
There's yet another spirit banishing talisman attached to the wall. Whoever was here wanted to keep the spirits of those mistreated in life at bay. Inside a chest, there is a ritual hammer, used to ring bells. Time to start the ritual. You find and ring the 4
Similarly at the
Bonsho bells
warden's
described in
bedroom.
the inscription while avoiding the dead, and return to the central hall. You hear the thumping steps of something coming closer, something you've summoned.
Because, yeah, when was the Tokugawa era started? Because that's like, 1603.
It's the prison warden, half twisted into an Oni.
The fall of the
Fate
Takeda
reserved for
clan
only the
happened in
worst of the worst of
1582.
sinners. He slams you with the corpse sack he's dragging, and you barely avoid being skewered with his spear.
So yeah,
You hold
wow.
out just long enough to see him fall to your blade.
So maybe like false memories or something like that, or maybe one of our previous lives we actually were in
The third
Ashigaru.
and final barrier between you and the Demon King has fallen. The Hell of Crushing Assembly, the one this tower is named for. In some texts, the sinners are crushed between 2 mountains, and their remains are beaten by Oni and eaten by creatures. The warden of this tower is
I guess
an
yeah,
Oni,
the passage
a
of time
yokai who
and
traditionally lived
hell
in
we
the
wouldn't be
mountains,
like aware.
that smashes about a corpse in a sack.
Yeah,
and is
yeah,
responsible
temporal
for the mass
shenanigans.
death
Yeah,
of
it's like the
prisoners.
passage of
Likewise,
time is like all screwed up. So it's like we were thinking that we were like maybe we were a lord of the castle at some point, but it's like our reincarnations are kind of like mixing up our memories.
The Tsukiguma was a mountain spider.
It's like the
yokai
passage of
that
time
came
in
to
hell
feast
is
on
like
the
different
sinners.
than it
This
is
place
in like
really
the
is the
material
hell of crushing
plane.
assembly. The bathhouse was the hell of lamentation too. What about the first tower then? The Tower of
The late
Repetition.
Qingdao. Time
3
traveling
burdens
swords.
obtained. You head for the 4th tower, but it's blocked by rubble. The only other path leads to a wall scroll and a podium with 4 slots. You slot the 4 wooden coins in, and the scroll swings open.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the other tower, which I guess would have been our tower, is blocked off by rubble. Interesting. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You needed 4 burdens to open the path, but you already had the 4th burden. You had this wooden coin from the moment you woke up in the forest outside the castle, but you don't remember where
Patrick,
you got it
I'm
from.
the maniac.
The hair stands up on the back of your neck as you enter the final tower,
Yo!
the Tower of No Interval. This hell is reserved for the worst of the worst, killers of holy men, betrayers of every holy law, and the murderers of their own parents. The torments here are so horrible they cannot be written down. It is the deepest hell, so deep it takes thousands of years of falling to reach it. The moment you step inside, the Nuribatoke emerges once more from the ground. Your heart pounds as you run
Certainly
past
way to
it
pronounce
up the
that.
stairs. And you keep running.
Yeah, he fucking
Running
rushes
longer
you.
than seems possible. Was this a trap? An illusion?
They wanted you
Is
to hear the whole
right here, so
soundtrack before you
can't
reach
stop.
the top.
After what seems like an eternity, you feel the air shift. You can't hear the pounding feet of your pursuer anymore. A doorway appears. You made it. While you catch your breath, you find a scroll on the table. It describes the hell of repetition. The sinners who have destroyed life in any form are here, and they tear each other apart, gouging eyes, stripping flesh, exposing bone. Then, when they can no longer move, the wardens of this hell, the Oni, beat them with iron rods until they are nothing but mangled flesh. When their vision fades to black, a wind will blow through the realm and a clear voice will cry out, "Revive, revive," and the punishment begins anew. All the rage and bloodshed you've inflicted and had inflicted upon you was punishment for your sins. You have been in hell this entire time, or at least close enough that the Demon King can use its powers. But it's not quite the same. The Demon King seems to make a mockery of the Buddhist hierarchy with his 4 demonic lords under his charge.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe it's threads of divinity woven through the darkness to lead the sinners
I
to
didn't even think about
redemption
that.
by reminding them of the correct path. Every time the divine hierarchy is invoked, it is as a tool to lead you forward, or as a door to be unlocked through proper knowledge. While folklore Oni are terrible warriors, Buddhist Oni are tools for divine punishment for sinners, to exhaust their negative karma so they can be reborn. Which one is the Demon King? Where each tower was filled with
It's
the
probably a
dead
mix
or
of
dying,
both.
sinners undergoing
Because he
punishment to
does
cleanse
kind of
their
look like
karma.
a
The final
stereotypical
tower
bandit.
only has one. There's lots of people who took life carelessly for the Tower of Repetition, lots of drunks and lechers for the Tower of Lamentation, even plenty of murderers and adulterers for the Tower of Crushing Assembly, but only one for the Tower of No Interval.
Yeah.
When you were on Earth, you committed a sin so great that no other hell was worthy of you. Did you murder your own parents? Break every Buddhist precept? Or was it the monks you had sent to their deaths in the prison?
That's okay. Yeah, that's probably
Readying
it.
yourself, you walk up the stairs.
Yeah, so you're
and enter
the you're the
Demon
lord of the
King's chamber.
castle, and yeah, that's a good assumption. Yeah, because for murdering holy men, and you like killed like what 1,000 or something. Yeah, you were probably in here. You were probably looping through this for quite some time. Jeez.
He stands on a stage, waiting for you. It's a no theatre stage, a style of theatre that emphasizes repetition of past actions. to wear masks
Okay,
that
yeah,
invoke
yeah,
certain
yeah.
spirits. The stage play. Who is it for?
Oh,
Yeah, that's why everybody's wearing a mask. It's a stage play.
it's been a long time since anyone has. There was once a time where many a mortal would stand where you are now. But now, well, few will ever find their way here. Not in this age, anyway. Now you stand before me. What will you do, little pup? You still carry that blade. The other half still embedded in your master. Do you hope to cut me down with it?
Yeah, I can't see the sword.
Or do you wish to submit and offer your body to me? No. You seek violence. Let us begin.
The Demon King makes it clear you aren't an Ashigaru at all. You are the fourth warden of this castle, one who raised his sword against the Demon King. You are the lord of this castle. Your tormentor raises his metal rod and attacks. There's a brief clash in the inky black room. Your sword against his spear. The smell of his magic fire burns.
No, I just shot him. No, we just shot him.
You're overwhelmed. His aggression and magic are too much for you, and you fall. As your vision fades, a wind blows.
I wasn't clashing swords.
And a clear voice calls out. You awaken just outside the room. Your wounds heal.
Shooting him with the 45. You know what I mean?
Easy for you. Stealing yourself, you enter the room again.
Oh, you've returned. Well, it's your decision.
He recognizes that you've been here before. Just how many times has this scene played out? You can learn from your past mistakes though. Your sword against his spear, the scorching fire, your blood. But then, with a clean slash, his head goes flying. The head rolls across the pitch black floor, then suddenly stops, transforming into a gaping maw and consuming you.
That part was really cool. That's like real. That was really
You awaken
unexpected.
in an underground cave, the sound of rushing water nearby.
Okay, there's still a bit more. I was like, I hope this isn't just like
into the light.
another video essay that's Spark Notes disguised as analysis.
Wake up. Just what happened in the castle of the Demon King? It's a world of illusions, demons, and ghosts. Everybody wears masks, and everything is twisted. The things we are explicitly told may not be true, so let's try to figure out what we can, and we'll start with a timeline of events.
Oh,
Historically, the Takeda clan we are supposedly a soldier of was greatly weakened, almost wiped out, in 1582. The Ashigaru armor uses the actual sigil of the Takeda clan as well as mentions them by name, but the lord, Takeda Nobumitsu, wasn't a real person in history at that time. The actual Takeda...
There are at least two other people named Takeda Nobumitsu in history much earlier than when the game likely takes place. It is not uncommon for samurai clans to reuse names of their ancestors.
The clan's power was broken in a betrayal, but not one that led to an ambush, and they didn't get entirely wiped out like it seems in the game. The other major event that may be first was the strange boy coming to the unnamed lord's court. We don't know precisely when this happened, but the captain's log says that a year after the Takeda clan
at least
fell,
a year.
They still hadn't claimed their empty castle because their lord was too busy renovating and spending time with the boy. It doesn't matter specifically when the boy joined the court, just that he had been there for some time. Additionally, the story of the Takeda clan being betrayed by a demon may be true or false, but as we'll soon see, it doesn't really change much if it is. After this, the lord of the castle is slowly corrupted by the boy, who apparently wants to take over the castle. The monk's notes say that the lord is imprisoning hundreds of people, and the prison warden is performing strange and murderous rituals to torment them. They are even imprisoning and murdering monks, one of the cardinal sins of Buddhism. The monk's notes mention that he was sent by the shogun of Edo. The Tokugawa clan, who were the enemies of the Takeda clan, established the shogunate almost 20 years after the fall of the Takeda. This doesn't match up with what we're told in the opening, does it? Why would a soldier sworn to avenge his fallen lord wait decades to try, and, if so, not even mention the time gap? It's simple. We're not a soldier of the Takeda clan at all. The opening explicitly says you are, but those lines aren't being spoken to you, the player, but the character you're playing as. It's introducing them to the role they're about to play. Someone is...
Oh yeah, that is, I guess that is interesting. It's saying you are an Ashigaru, not I am an Ashigaru. So it's like your character's not talking to himself, explaining it.
There is a style of classical Japanese theatre called no.
It's like
It's a
ascribing us
slow,
our role,
methodical
like
theatre
telling
with
us
a heavy
who,
emphasis
like
on
what role we're
repetition.
supposed to play out.
Innovation is frowned upon, and one is expected to perform the plays in an identical manner to how they were performed in the past. It's an eternal loop through history. The stage of no theatre is unique too. The Demon King's arena is literally one of these no stages, as a final, obvious clue to the nature of the story. It features a main stage designed to be similar to Shinto shrine pavilions, and a special bridge from which the actors enter the stage. This bridge symbolizes how spirits interact with the performers on stage, representing an actual connection between the spirit and ordinary.
Oh, that's why the Nekomata looks the way it does. She's a stagehand. Oh, that's really cool.
Worlds. The lead actor, and sometimes others, wear
She's a
special
stagehand.
masks that represent certain characters or archetypes. When one wears
She's
these masks,
carrying us
they
up to
are
the stage.
inviting the spirits to possess them to relive their story on stage. You've almost certainly seen some of the masks before. Well, since you've watched this far, then you definitely have. Most of the characters in this game wear a mask of some kind.
Yep.
They're heavily inspired by no masks, the most obvious being the Hanya mask worn by the Demon King himself, and the O Beshami mask worn by the priest. The Hanya mask is a female demon born.
Okay, so
of
maybe
a
these
woman
aren't
twisted
like the
by
other
deep
people aren't
jealousy.
actual people. They're just
The
like
Obashami
here
mask
to kind
is
of like
a Tengu yokai.
play
It's
other
unlikely
characters in
the
our
original mask
story
meanings applied directly to the story,
as
and
we're like
are more to
repeating
convey
everything.
The general idea of no theatre. It's worth pointing out that the theatre inspiration goes even further,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the cat
yeah, yeah,
merchant
yeah.
is even dressed as a Kuroko, stagehands that dressed in all black. Then, what mask does the player wear? When you start the game, you have the Ashigaru armor equipped. The descriptions are basic. Ashigaru armor stamped with the emblem of Clan Takeda. You know what they are, but they're not particularly familiar to you. Notice though that the helmet isn't just a helmet, it's a mask as well. You're not an Ashigaru, you're playing the role of one. The hero's armor is a real set of samurai armor, and much more familiar to you, looking similar to a woodblock painting of a hero you loved as a child. That's not unusual, but the next one is. The final armor set in the game is the formal set, lordly clothes that you think you've worn before. The story of what happened to the castle is clear in some parts and foggy in others. The castle isn't entirely in the real world anymore. Maybe it's half or even fully in hell, but either way, the rules and structure of the place are too similar to the Buddhist hells for it to not be at least partially spiritual. The biggest example of this is
I think the ending kind of makes it clear that it's like fully spiritual
and you
because
return to life.
all
Exactly
the pieces of
what
the
happens
castle are
Hell of
like in the
Repetition,
waterway,
which is also the name
like
of
kind
the
of
first
falling apart.
tower. Nobody has ever escaped the castle after visiting it, like the servant girl and the soldier whose notes we found. We know that the lord of the castle was likely obsessed by a demon in the shape of a boy who had a desire to take over the castle for himself. Demons did take over the castle at some point, which slowly changed over time by the demon's magic. When the Demon King took it over, or perhaps even before, this castle slipped into the spiritual realm. The heavy supernatural presence, the endless resurrection, and the fact you enter through a Torii gate, which is a gate that marks entrance to spiritual areas.
Yeah.
It's almost outright said in the researcher's notes that can
Like
be
you're
found,
literally
where he
passing into the
speaks
spirit
about
world at
this
the start of the
realm.
game.
The player was supposedly a foot soldier of the Takeda clan who were wiped out, and the castle is owned by a lord who was apparently their enemy, or at least not allied with them. But based on the timeline we examined before, it's unlikely that the player was even a soldier of the Takeda clan at all. So who are we? The player is
Lord of
almost
the castle.
certainly the missing lord of the castle.
Yeah.
The main reason being the familiarity with the formal clothing, their relationship with the demon lord, and finally, the chrysanthemum blade, a sword only high-ranking persons could wield.
Yeah.
The Demon King liked playing games,
Yeah, we wouldn't
so
have
he
a
likely
katana
made
as an
us dress up as an
Ashigaru, like,
Ashigaru
very
and believe
likely.
we were one for his own amusement. With the growth of Buddhism in Japan over the centuries, many yokai were syncretized with Buddhist ideas. The Oni in Japan were closer to mountain bandits, but in Buddhism they were given the role of punishing sinners in the hells. The Demon King plays both of these roles. He's a cruel, wicked, and intelligent character who enforces the punishment of the sinners in his castle. The wooden coin the player starts with is never explicitly explained. We find out that the coins are representative of the burdens of the Guardians, meaning that you are the fourth missing
What are the
Guardian.
symbols
As
meaning?
a side note, I tried to figure out what the symbols and colours on the coins might mean, but there wasn't anything explicit that I could find other than general symbology. If you have any ideas, then please let me know. Why then are the three other wardens monsters? I think it's likely due to your rebellion against the Demon King that let you retain your human form. The prison warden is an Oni, which are born from humans who are particularly cruel sinners, and the Ubume is born from a woman with strong attachments to the world. Or perhaps the Demon King allowed you to retain your form for his amusement, and to punish you better. But there's something interesting that doesn't often show up in the tales about yokai, at least not any mentioned directly in the game. It's the boy trying to take over the castle. That's not unusual in stories about, say, the fox trickster Kitsune, but it's unusual for an Oni to be such a trickster. It's not impossible, of course, especially since the Demon King is clearly intelligent and a trickster himself, and basically every yokai has a story about them shape-shifting to trick humans, with varying levels of malevolence. While this is the simplest explanation, that the boy was the Demon King, and frankly it's the most likely, I'd like to offer another theory. In the first tower, the Tower of Repetition, there is a short poem told to us. A mutilated boy is brought before a king, with the mother blaming a farmer blaming a young lord.
Maybe it was a regular boy,
and
and after you killed all the people, you just got dragged,
to hang.
like, to
I
hell.
don't think this story is meant to be taken literally, that the lord we play as was hanged for potentially mutilating a boy. The morals of Shinto or Buddhism and the laws of the era did not forbid an older man and a young boy from having intimate relationships at this time. The story is obviously connected to the Lord in some manner, as both the Lord in the story and
Maybe
the
you're
castle
just sent for
both
like your
love a
general,
young
sent down
boy.
here for your general
But
cruelty,
perhaps there is
and you hadn't met the
another
Demon
link
King
here
before
too.
that point.
There's another character who features gouged out eyes like the boy in the story, the cat merchant. The cat is likely a Nekomata, yokai born of an old abused cat, whose tails are split in two, and who eat human flesh. Like most yokai, they have the ability to transform their physical forms to trick humans, even being able to change their gender. But there's an interesting variant of the Nekomata called the Kasha. This one shares the twin tails and the desire to eat human flesh, but has an interesting quirk. The Kasha is also a kind of psychopomp, dragging the souls of sinners down to the correct layer of hell, tormenting and feasting on them all the while. The cat merchant is apparently in a relationship with the Kappa blacksmith, and likewise the Kasha and Kappas are linked. The Kappa likely inherited their desire for Shirikodama, a kind of ball containing the person's soul which is located inside the anus, from the Kasha. The Kasha was sometimes confused with the riverside-dwelling Morio, an earlier form of the Kappa, which also liked to feast on innards, and the Kappa eventually inherited the Kasha's love of souls this way. Brief historical lesson aside, I believe the cat merchant is more likely a Kasha than just a Nekomata. The cat's eyes are noticeably gouged out. In fact, it's basically the first thing you see when you start a new game. When you do start the game, you're staring up at the ceiling, and the cat merchant standing over you, ready to turn you into soup. This seems like it might be non-canon, just a little training area, but I think it is canon. For one, there's elements of the theme of being unable to escape the cycle. You're lying dead on the ground. Your sword is by your side and there's a blood spray. You probably tried to commit seppuku, ritual suicide, to escape, but it's not so easy. This greedy cat, with its love of the castle's treasures and eagerness for flesh, could have easily been the boy who corrupted the Lord. Perhaps the Lord found out and turned on it, gouging its eyes out. The Kasha then, unable to continue its feast on the castle, dragged it to hell
that seems
it
more
was
like a
supposed to,
stretch.
allowing for the Demon King to come and administer his punishments. Well, however the lord of the castle was corrupted, it's clear that the castle slipped under the demonic influence at some point while he was still living. The lord of the castle had a weakness, his lust. One yokai or another took advantage of that, and enthralled the man to slowly take his castle. At some point, the Demon King overtook the lord and made him his subordinate, and used his magic to twist not only the shape of the castle, but also the people inside, turning them into yokai. He began enacting the punishments of hell that are the charge of the Oni, but somehow, the Lord broke free of his magic and was able to fight back.
I don't think the Nekomata is supposed to be the boy. I think it might, what I'm leaning more towards now, is I think that was like just an event that might have happened during like the Lord's actual life. And I think his obsession and then the killing of like all the monks, I think that's what dragged him down, and I think the Demon King just knows him from him trying to like repeatedly get out. I think that's what it is.
He was allowed to fight back for the Demon King's amusement. Now, the Lord is in an endless cycle. He's forced to play the Demon King's game over and over, and if he succumbs to the torments of the castle, he is resurrected and forced to continue. But what happens when he defeats the Demon King? The demon's head rolls into the darkness, then suddenly attacks again. the Lord awakens in a forest, looking up at the sky. The birds are singing.
Oh, is he actually
Then they
out?
stop. He's not free. He's in the forest outside of the castle, where the game started, doomed to stay in the loop until his karma is exhausted. Depending on who you ask, the amount of time that might take is hundreds,
But I don't know.
thousands, millions, or even more ludicrous amounts of years.
I don't know, but it's showing like live action and like colored footage instead of like the foggy, kind of like dead looking forest. I think that's supposed to like tell you that you're out, at least. Maybe after like more repetition, maybe more repetitions happened, like as we were walking out of the cave, like in the interim before, like in the interim of when we were walking out of the cave, in between that cutscene, I think is probably what that's meant to imply.
He cannot slay the Demon King. He cannot free himself from this torment. He is destined to be tortured and beaten and eaten over and over again, dancing on the strings of the Demon King. Once you enter the labyrinth of the Demon King...
So I think the fog is kind of used, like, obviously, like, as a reference to, like, Silent Hill. It's to kind of, like, symbolize that you've crossed over into, like, a spiritual area, and then the lack of the fog
I'd like to give a very
is to kind of
special
tell you
thank
you're
you to
back in,
Congo,
like, the
who
real
provided
world.
voice acting for the introduction and the Demon King. He streams
interesting.
regularly, so make sure to go check him out at the link in the description, and let him know how
This
much
is
you
done
enjoyed his part in
by
this video. I'd also like to thank the
Mythonics.
musician behind the music for this game, Remu, who helped me out with understanding some of the tracks. You can find the full soundtrack of the game on YouTube and Bandcamp, so please look at the links below.
You want to watch
Thank
the original
you
video?
very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing for more or even becoming a patron.
Oh, okay.
It's
That
the
was-
best way to support content like this. You can get access to scripts,
So we're kind of able to
teasers,
piece it together
videos
fairly
before
well.
the general public, and, of course, your name in the credits. Thank you.
All right. So that was Labyrinth of the Demon King. All right. Well, I guess that's all we have today. Yeah, I guess that's it. We can go ahead and probably raid somebody. Oh, actually, yeah, we can. Because for the first time, I've finished before her. Let's go raid Kisa. She's playing some Tekken. So I don't know if I'll have anything for tomorrow, because I do have to, I got some reading I gotta do. And then immediately after that I got a D&D session. So I don't think we'll have any time to do a stream tomorrow. I might try and get something Sunday. We'll see. Streams are gonna be sporadic again, and I'm probably not gonna be able to put together schedules once again. Just kind of expect Wednesday streams, probably for the most part. And then next week, obviously, I'll try to we'll get a longer stream out, since we were kind of at like the very end of the game here. So I'll probably go back to DMC or something like that. Good stream. Time for food and then Epoch. I will be on. I can't believe that little catboy did that shit. Did that shit all on. Alright. We are... That's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna go grab some food and then play some funny modded WoW. Alright. We'll leave you guys with Kike. She climbing ranked right now? Yeah, I think she's climbing ranked right now. In Tekken. Which I have not picked it up yet. I guess they fixed some of the balancing, because I remember a lot of people bounced off of 8 and went back to 7. But I guess it's all better now. It's been a while since I played a fighting game. I just don't have the time for it. I don't have the time to get back into it, man. if I get back on Street Fighter, it's gonna be like going back to like... It's gonna be like starting all over, dude. I haven't played in so long. Kind of like, do I just pick another character if I do go back? And or it's like, probably not. Probably not. Alright, I will catch you guys later next week. You guys have a good one.